First tonight, the National Weather Service still on surveying damage tonight.
Now this is a look here behind us at several areas of that damage. Now we do know that 3 tornadoes hit the Miami Valley. That is confirmed. A total of 9 now confirmed for the state. Neighbors cleaning up the mess tonight. Take a look at the videos. Fallen trees, roofs blown off. In fact, more than 1,800 customers remain without power tonight.
Now the NWS confirming an EF2 tornado along the Auglaize and Mercer County line. Another EF2 in Coldwater and Mercer. An EF1 confirmed in Darke County. That's where the city of Greenville coming together to clean up damage all over that area. That includes the high school football stadium and tennis courts.
Now Lydia Bice is live outside Greenville High School tonight. So Lydia, was there any damage to the actual school building itself?
So luckily, no, there was no damage done to the actual high school building here in Greenville. However, they still are without power in that building, which is why classes were canceled today. Now, if you look up above me here, that is what used to be the press box of the football stadium here at Greenville High School. And in addition to that, there were equipment sheds and part of the tennis courts, which you're looking at right now, with major damage. Now, it's not just damage to the school district here either, but this entire surrounding neighborhood.
That pine tree kind of hangs over on our side, but it was completely uprooted, took out a lot of our fencing, and then fell into our neighbor's yard. So it went across 3 yards.
Greenville residents coming together on Wednesday to assess damage after Tuesday's storms while offering one another a helping hand. Neighborhoods right next to Greenville High School near Greenville City Park took a major beating with trees uprooted, debris everywhere, and downed power lines. Lonnie Moyer was on his porch until the last second.
And it started the hail and the heavy rain, and that wind started kicking up, and my neighbor, he ran for his house, and my mother and I got inside, and I didn't find out until afterwards. My neighbor just barely made it in the house.
Moyer can see the Greenville High School football stadium from his front yard, which was also hit hard on Tuesday night with its press box destroyed. The high school's tennis courts now have trees on top of the nets, but despite the damage, Doug Fries, the superintendent of Greenville City Schools, was able to stay positive.
Basically, we're going to go out and try to assess what the damage is here at the stadium and around the school. We're encouraged that right now we don't think any issues inside of our buildings other than we're lacking power.
Despite the destruction that Greenville is facing, speaking with residents on Wednesday served as a reminder that neighbors still want to help one another in times of need.
And then we have Mr. Ebby, the head baseball coach, came over and helped us this morning with most of this tree. But yeah, you just hear chainsaws all throughout the neighborhood, generators.
For the most part, we are a pretty tight community and do help one another out when, the need arises.
Now, if you are a Greenville resident who was impacted by last night's storms, head to the Greenville Police Department's Facebook page where they share what you should do or best steps to get rid of debris on your property, as well as some other storm management tips. Back to you.
We now go to Mercer County, where the National Weather Service confirmed 2 tornadoes touched down in that area. As Eli Burgett shows us, the community is already helping one another clean up from the storms.
The National Weather Service confirmed that a tornado did in fact touch down in Mercer County last night, causing damage to several properties in the Mercer County area. Several homes lost power and extensive damages were reported on Burrville and Guadalupe roads, amongst others. But even in times as bleak as these, the people of Mercer County are willing to lend a hand to their fellow man.
We never really worry about that kind of stuff. We don't worry about the materialistic stuff. Everybody comes together and always helps out, so.
Primarily an agricultural community, Mercer County was heavily affected by the storm last night. While the county's emergency management agency is still calculating the extent of the damage in the area, the people of Mercer have been working for hours to clean up their neighbors' homes.
Since about 8 o'clock this morning, we all started, family, friends, get together. When you live in a small community, it goes pretty fast. You don't really worry about the materialistic stuff because everybody's going to be around to help and be there for you.
Hundreds of people from surrounding homes leapt at the chance to help their community in need. Homeowners in the area told me that they live in a community where people are always willing to lend a hand when given the chance. The neighbors I spoke to today also said that they will continue the cleanup until the work is done. Back to you.
Well, tornadoes also hitting Warren County. These tornadoes have yet to be rated, but the damage was determined to be tornadic in 5 separate locations. You can see here fallen trees, power lines along Mason-Murrow-Millgrove Road. 2 of those tornadoes touching down along that street, knocking a tree onto its roof of a home. Luckily, no one inside was hurt. 3 more of those tornadoes also leaving damage.
A live look now from our Eco Plumber Skycam. Much quieter over the Miami Valley, but let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Natalie Walters.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about the tornadoes that we did see. I know we did just recently talk about the ratings, so these just came in for us. So Mercer County along the Ohio-Indiana line into the Cutwater area or into the Coldwater area, that was 120 mile per hour winds with an EF2 strength. EF2 tornado 130 mile per hour max winds. That was for Mercer into Auglaize County. Darke County, EF1, 110 mile per hour winds. That was for Greenville. And then the 5 tornadoes in Warren County, not rated just yet. And then the latest new tornado confirmed in Clinton County for the Blanchester area, also not rated just yet. National Weather Service certainly going to be working hard, expected to give us that information by the end of this week. As far as our severe weather outlook for today and tonight, it has lowered, greatest risk well south of our region. We still do have a level 1 risk for severe storms. Can't rule out an isolated stronger storm with maybe gusty to damaging wind gusts, but our overall threat is low. That being said, we'll continue to track our risk heading through the rest of the evening. 79 in Dayton, we got 79 in Springfield right now. Heading into the evening, we will start to see showers begin to develop, even a couple of thunderstorms developing across the area too. Low temperatures dropping down into those lower 60s. But heading into these next several days, we're also talking about some cooler weather making its way in too. So I'll time that all out for you coming up.
Well, you can always get weather alerts sent right to the palm of your hand, to your phone. Just download our Dayton 24/7 Now app for free. You can take out your phone now, scan the QR code on your screen. That'll take you to your app store to download it for free.
Now, you all help us, of course, tell the story when it comes to severe weather events like last night. So take a look. This is video that Josh sent in. It's amazing video of the lightning show that was going off. And there we go, in Washington Township during that storm last night in Montgomery County. Josh, thank you so much for sharing that video with us. And of course, we want to see your photos and videos as well. So only if it's safe for you to take them, of course. If you have something to share, grab your phone and scan the QR code. We'd love to see it. That'll take you right to our Chime In page, and you can upload your videos or photos directly to us. You might even see some here at Dayton 24/7 Now.
New details tonight on what led to an officer-involved shooting in Huber Heights. Now, police say started as a road rage incident Sunday. A 911 caller said they were trying to drive away from someone who was shooting at them from their car. The caller then pulled into a Shell gas station. Huber Heights officer Sean Waller then gets there, and the suspect drove off, leading to this chase here. Now, dashcam video shows the suspect later getting out of the car, raising his AR-15 style rifle at the officer right here. Waller fired several shots at that suspect, who then runs. He was later taken into custody. Police say they believe the suspect and 911 caller know each other.
Tonight, one person is dead after being struck by a car this morning near the Dayton Mall. Now, it happened around 6 o'clock this morning on State Route 725 and Mad River Road. Troopers just identified the victim as 46-year-old Kevin Lake of Centerville. The preliminary investigation shows that he tried to cross the road in an area not marked for pedestrians when he stepped in front of a car's path and was hit. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver was not hurt and is cooperating. This remains under investigation.
2 students and an adult in the hospital tonight after a school bus crash in Dayton. Now, that happened just before 6:30 this morning on Ernst Avenue. That bus belongs to Dayton Public Schools, and we're working to learn the extent of the victims' injuries tonight. As we learn anything new, we'll update you on air and online at Dayton247now.com.
Senator Sherrod Brown now pushing the Biden administration to ban all electric vehicles produced in China that have internet capabilities. He says they pose as a national security issue, not only for the U.S., but
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Severe storms caused damage in multiple states last night. In Michigan, several likely tornadoes damaged a mobile home park, a FedEx facility, and a strip mall. Near Dayton, at least 2 tornadoes knocked down trees and damaged a high school stadium. Across the state near Steubenville, an EF2 tornado wiped out homes and buildings. And in Arkansas, powerful winds took down trees and left many streets impassable.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on TikTok.
While those severe storms rolled through the state last night, the Lakeview community came together to stay safe. Now they're still rebuilding 2 months after that deadly EF3 tornado ripped through the area, and their tornado siren is still damaged. Jeremiah Wilcox has more on how neighbors are remaining vigilant to protect each other.
The Lakeview community is slowly coming back together. The March tornadoes is still being felt here in the community, but a lot of people here say they're stronger and more connected than ever.
But last night, we was asleep. We was laying in bed. We was just about out, and then my phone kept going off, ringing, people calling, and then I finally got up to answer it and seen there was a tornado warning.
Tuesday night, heavy rain drenched the Lakeview area. Residents got this emergency tornado alert, asking them to seek shelter. For Becky Clem, it brought back memories of the deadly March 14th EF3 tornado.
So we hightailed it out of here and we went over to the Church of God in Russell's Point. And we were in their basement until all the warnings were done.
The city's siren is still damaged from the last tornado. The city purchased a new tornado siren costing $35,000. It has yet to be delivered and installed. Brandy Hoff wanted to make sure her neighbors knew it was time to find shelter.
When the phone went off, I knew it was time to rock and roll, so I just took off. And I decided, when it gets too bad, then I'll go home and take shelter.
Yeah, I remember covering those storms yesterday. With that storm, Auglaize County, it did have parts of Logan County under that tornado warning as well. So I was certainly thinking of them yesterday as we were tracking those storms. Very active night yesterday, and thankfully tonight, although we do have a low wind risk for severe storms, this is a lot lower than what it was yesterday, and our risk continues to decrease as we continue to get more information in and as the system continues to develop, which has mainly been situated to our south. That being said, we'll still monitor for some showers, still can't rule out for some heavier rain and an isolated severe risk, with most of the active weather and severe storms expected to our south. So there's our low pressure system through parts of Kentucky and into Illinois, Missouri. They're dealing with active weather, severe storms for us here in the Miami Valley. Although we do have a low wind risk, our threat is certainly lower than what we saw yesterday across the Miami Valley. But we will still be tracking some showers making their way in. Heading into the evening, temperatures will be dropping into the 60s. This model actually not depicting too much, but I do think there is a chance for a band of some showers. Few storms after midnight or so building its way into the region, so we'll monitor for that. But overall, an isolated stronger storm, maybe with some gusty winds to damaging winds possible, but our risk is low. Heading into the day tomorrow, we'll continue with some scattered showers, maybe even a thunderstorm or two by tomorrow afternoon. Temperature-wise, we'll be in the upper 60s, and then it really begins to cool off. So by Thursday, Friday time frame, temperatures back into the 50s and into the 40s in the morning, and then by Friday afternoon, highs only into the 60s, and we'll see some sunshine return. Another chance for rain does arrive on Saturday, though. Scattered showers yet again in the forecast, with temperatures that will overall be on the cooler side next several days, back into the lower 60s. So we drop back below normal for this time of the year. Friday, we'll have some nice, cool, crisp nights around the corner, too, with our temperatures dropping into the upper 40s and lower 50s. So it's going to be nicer at night, a little cooler than we have been, but we rebound nicely into the 70s as we start off next week. So hourly forecast for tomorrow, on and off rain chances. This looks like an all day rain type of event, but it's really going to be hit and miss during the day tomorrow. We'll see mostly cloudy to an overcast sky with temperatures that will be cooler back down into the mid to upper 60s as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So here's a look at our next 7 days. Got to take off that code red, but we do have showers in the forecast for our Thursday with those upper 60s back into the 70s as we head into our Sunday. And then next week we stay fairly warm, low to mid 70s in the forecast through much of next week with on and off shower chances Monday through next Wednesday. We'll be tracking the chance for some rain, but it looks like Sunday may be the best day of these next 7 days with high around 70 and some sunshine.
Ohio State President Ted Carter talking publicly for the first time after dozens were arrested on campus during pro-Palestinian demonstrations. Steve Levine spoke with him earlier today.
36 people arrested, including 16 students that brought an estimated 900 people to campus to call for U.S. and university divestment with Israel.
I care passionately about First Amendment. Freedom of speech is so important to our nation.
OSU's President Ted Carter says the arrest's not in retaliation for the demonstrations, but for violating space rules, prohibiting encampments and activities during restricted hours. Carter praising security teams for their efforts.
No batons, no pepper spray, no tasers, only defensive gear. And those security forces took more stuff hitting at them than the other way around. They had bottles of urine thrown on them, bottles of water thrown at them.
Carter says while free speech will always be welcome at Ohio State, safety on campus will never be compromised. I'm Steve Levine reporting.
You could win some extra money from Mom this week by playing Mother's Day Mania. We're giving away a $100 prepaid debit card every day. Just watch your day. Watch for the Mother's Day Mania QR code, get the question right, and you could win the daily $100 prize and then be entered for a chance to win the $5,000 weekly drawing. Play Mother's Day Mania, and you don't even have to be a mom to win.
Well, and speaking of Mother's Day, if you haven't gotten a gift yet, you're probably going to want to hustle up. But don't worry, we got you covered where you can get a gift and help a local hospital at the same time.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Believe it or not, Mother's Day is this Sunday, and if you're looking for a last-minute gift and a great way to help the community, Tate Joshi shows us where you just might find the perfect one.
If you are still looking for the perfect place to pick up a great Mother's Day gift, we have got you covered right now. We are at the Little Exchange in Oakwood. This is a great local gifting boutique shop. If you take a look around, they've got purses, household items, dresses, lots of lotions, perfumes, so much more, even some pickleball goodies. And if you come here, you can find the perfect gift for the mom in your life. And it's not just this one room, they've got lots of rooms here. And in fact, if you step in, it's clear that they've got so many great goodies here. But you know what else is clear here? They're not just a local boutique. They are a local boutique and also a local nonprofit, because the mission here for over 70 years has been to donate the money that they raise here from their proceeds to Dayton Children's Hospital. For example, later tonight, the team here at the Little Exchange is presenting a check of over $100,000 to the team at Dayton Children's. That's just more evident that when you shop here, you shop local, and you're also supporting your community. If you would like to come browse this for yourself or learn more about, of course, what they have here, you can go to the website for the Little Exchange. Back to you in the studio.
We got some showers, few storms in the forecast overnight, and showers still expected across the Miami Valley for tomorrow too. So if you want to do some yard work, We do have rain around tomorrow. There may be some dry times, but overall giving it fair conditions. Not necessarily the best day because we will be tracking on and off showers. Friday's looking pretty good. Drier weather for our Friday. Saturday, still tracking showers, especially for the start of the day, but Sunday, it's shaping up nicely. Calmer weather makes its way back into the forecast as we head into our Sunday with highs around 70 degrees. What I like about this forecast is we get cooler, not necessarily a fan of the showers, but I am a fan of the cooler nights and those cooler days back up into the lower 70s with those lows that'll be back down into the upper 40s. That's always pretty nice this time of the year. I feel like we kind of missed that and we jumped straight into the very warm weather. It's either very warm or it's storming or it's too cold. So I could use some 70-degree days and some nice cool and crisp nights across the area.
This would have been the perfect day to take off work, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
I should have played hooky.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Right. Would have been a nice day to do so. But we got some nice weather this forecast. Sunday's looking good for this weekend, so at least one day.
That'll be good.
Well, Mother's Day just in time.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
actually.
It doesn't